Hi everyone, and welcome. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Strength or Might here, or Dynamite. I am Jim Ross here with Trini Kwan and with Wade Barrett, and today on Dynamite or Might or Strength, we're going to have the first one of 2022 YL. And at first we now have first we're gonna have Faith in the ring. Alright, Faith says, I know that it's been many years since I have been in the TWF, and many years, and I can't even stand up without a stand, which is sad, but I guess that's beyond the grounds of it. I'm gonna, no. So today, I'm going to be fighting. I'm calling out, Becky Lynch. Since she has the winnings that I only won 2 times before I sadly came undone, and it'd been many years until I came back. So if I was you, Becky Lynch, I'd come out now, because I'm ready to fight you. Oh, you so sure about that, Faith? You can't even stand up without a stand. The first time you were in the TWF, someone made you do the Walls of Jericho, or was it the Lion Tamer? The Walls of Jericho or the Lion Tamer? I don't care. It's the same, unlike name for the same hold. And sadly, at the end of the day, what happened? You broke in half. Well, not. And then the next time you came to the TWF, that was your first run, your 2-Ford run. You came back. What happened? One of your legs fell out, and they couldn't put it back, so you got thrown away again. And this is your 3rd run in the TWF, Faith. And you truly think that you got what it takes to become the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter? Let me tell you something, Becky Lynch. It's true, I had 2 runs in the TWF. It's true, my first run was in 2003 YL. My 2-Ford run happened in 23rd between YL. Alright, whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, yeah. But yeah, that all happened. But if you think that means I can't beat you, and I can't become a 3-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter since of that, then you have lost your mind. If that's your thought and belief, Becky Lynch, that you think you're greater than everyone else, you talk about how, oh yeah, well, I am greater than everyone else. You see, I never lost the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight winnings. I had to yield it up. So I never lost that one. Oh, and the 4 times that I won the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winnings, yeah, I lost all of those. Then I had to yield it up the last time. But as far as being a 2-time WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter goes, no one ever beat me for that winnings. Yeah, well, here's the thing, Gil Kim says. Fuck! Well, here's the thing, Gil Kim says. We can all just stand here and bitch about who had 3 runs, who never got beaten for their winnings and all that shit. But I got a lot of stuff. And as the foresetter of skill dealings, as a road follower, but truly as a TWF women's team leader, or runner, whatever you want to call it, here today on Dynamite, you're gonna see, we're gonna have Faith fight Becky Lynch for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. A winnings that I won at least 8 times. And if I recall, Faith, it was you who I first lost to. But that was many years ago, Faith. That's old yesteryear, you know? Is your head alright? Why are you asking me if my head's alright? Because you kind of hit it when you came through that whatever thing. Yeah, it's alright. Still on. Well, I can show you I'm still good. Look. See? Yeah, what a... yeah. What a bitch. Gil Kim showing us her head still on. After she kind of hit it off the top of this thing. Well, this is for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. First, she is Faith. Well, and she is the TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Becky Lynch. Ding ding ding. Well, keep in mind, that Fight Lord Jim Ross said hasn't said anything. The cell pack died, but he's still good. And Becky Lynch going right after Faith and hoping she can knock Faith's leg out. Oh, your leg came undone. Yeah, well, unlike all the other times. Unlike all those other times, Trini Kwan said, this time you can actually truly put Faith's leg back in the hole. So, we don't have to throw her out for the 3rd time, Trini Kwan said. I don't know about that, Wade Barrett said. Oh, and right off the front, Faith doing everything that Becky Lynch would do to her, but doing it before she would. Ugh. Doing it before she would. Like this one. And now will Faith get the 1, 2, 3? Will she become the 3-time TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter? Jim Ross said. Well, I don't know about that, Way Barrett said. We'll see the Fight Lord has to say about that. 1, 2. And Becky Lynch just kicked out of it. Becky Lynch. Manhandle slam. Wait a minute, Becky Lynch got her feet on the rope. The Fight Lord doesn't, well, kind of got her feet on the rope. The Fight Lord just saw that. And now Becky Lynch, oh. And Becky Lynch seems to think it's funny about Faith's leg coming undone and scathing Faith for having 2 runs in the TWF before this run, Jim Ross said. I'll tell you one thing. At least we can always put Faith's leg back in the hole. You can't say the same for any of Becky Lynch's 2 dolls. Don't fit. Well, you can't say that about Becky Lynch now, can we? Oh, Becky Lynch. The manhandle slam. But she's shifting it up now. She's putting the disarmer. The disarmer. On Faith. Ding, ding, ding. Oh. Here is your winner. And still the TWF heavyweight. Still the TWF women's heavyweight fighter. Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch, right now, is still the TWF women's heavyweight fighter. She beat Faith here, and now here in the TWF. But does that mean that Faith is going to yield and give up? I think Faith is going to yield and give up, Wade Barrett says. That's what I truly think. Her leg came undone many times in this fight. And one of these days, the leg's going to come undone, and they're just going to say, fuck it, and throw it away for the 3rd time. But that's just my thought and belief. And I know Gorilla Monsoon now. Well, I'll tell you one thing Trini Kwan said. You have the right to your belief, your thought, your take on everything. Even if it might be wrong. You know, even if it might be wrong or mean-hearted. Might be, wrong or mean-hearted. But at the end of the day, it might be wrong or mean-hearted, Trini Kwan says. Well, who says it's wrong? Wade Barrett says. Who says my thought or belief or take is wrong? A faith. Her leg has come undone many times. And one of these days they're just going to say, hell with it and throw her away. Well, Jim Ross said that might happen one day. Well, Faith doesn't have any, we can't really put her on the stand. She has no way to be put on the stand. Well, Gorilla Monsoon is now going to talk with Faith here. Alright, Faith. Things didn't quite go the way you wanted them to go in your third run here in the TWF. Your leg keeps coming out of the hole, but unlike the first two times, you can keep your leg back in. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Gorilla Monsoon. Unlike the first time I was in the TWF, or the 2-4 time I was in TWF, at least this time around I can put my leg back in every time it comes undone. So, yeah, I'm not going to be thrown away anytime soon. Now, I'll give Becky Lynch some thanks. She is a strong women's wrestler, but her mindset, her all this just to put a all this just to put some winnings away. Where were we? But her mindset, her behavior is wrong. Alright? She behaves as if she's greater than everyone else and goes around asking for onlook like some other wrestlers and fighters that I could name, but I could choose not to name. But at the end of the day, she did beat me, so I'll give her that. But if she thinks in her mind that means that she's won, and I'm not going to go for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings again, then she's got another guest coming. Well, Gorilla Monsoon says, we do know, Faith, that Becky Lynch has been a heel, a creep, and a bully ever since August of last year. We don't know what brought on that mindset or what brought on that behavior. We don't know. But all we know is that's the way she behaves now, which is truly sad. I'll tell you one thing, Gorilla Monsoon. I'll tell you another thing that's truly sad is that a woman, anyone, man or woman, who has that mindset and then behaves as if they're greater than everyone else out there, either they don't believe in themselves or they got something going on in their life which they have no run or lead over, don't know how to handle it right, so then they behave like a bully and a heel and a creep. That's all I'm going to say about Becky Lynch. Well, that's my talk with Faith. Back to you, Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Faith here on Dynamite, or Strength for Might. And it looks like it is all the time we got here for Dynamite, or Strength for Might. I'm Jim Ross for Trini Kwan and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Dynamite, or Strength for Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact, or Strike or Hit.